facilitator. It may be slim pickings, but TF does fit that bill.
We have not seen a lot of success with TF, but we'll see if he can have it this game. I think the one...
Shanks and Tarzan are going to shift down towards this side, and Xiaohu does not have flash. He's going to get caught by a chain. Gold card out, but there's Shanks dropping his ultimate, so you can once again lock down Xiaohu. And the Spring Tiger has been declawed. First blood on a silver platter to anyone's legend.
His jungler has taken enemy red buff. I just don't think that you can afford to get stuck in the river there. Didn't exactly see how that play evolved, but Xiaohu, what we do know at the end is that he was out of position and he was taken off the board. So AL removed the mid laner, the captain of Weibo. With Xiaohu down, means that the dragon will fall in favor of AL. So they'd remove the tiger, get a dragon, and now they're going to have to look at the grubs spawning in 15 seconds. We'll see if we have Xiaohu cast that ultimate to join any sort of fight up towards the top side.
Now we'll turn their attention back towards the dragon. Crisp, it's about 40% HP. They're going to try and use that passive to walk their way in, but there's the dragon already secured by TN. AL, there's nothing really left to fight over, and Flandra's going to have to burn his flash forward, gold card. They're going to try and chain link the stuns with the Braum passive. The autos are going to try and come down. No Void Rush, but the Tidal Wave hits on multiple members. There's the snap re-engage from Tarzan. Cease and desist down. TN's trying to fly to the back line as well, but doesn't have enough damage to find any of these kills, and Light can't get in position. There's no damage dealers left to capitalize on multiple blinking health bars. AL.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Ult cast.
Destiny. All right, just to try and cover this turret, but
first brick
this thing is gone. First brick nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, another small edge to anyone's legends.
All right, well played by that person's going to end up dead at this point of the game. The concern is that they aren't far ahead enough. That could help, though. Tien
Tarzan,
he's dead.
Let's just drop the hammer on Tien.
Beautiful.
Too easy.
The straight out for a turret, but that was very, very well done as the cease and assist. Another play where Tarzan and Kyle both very much on the same page here, Slayer. That was the greatest strength of AL in Split 2. And we have for sure seen that as AL have been backs up against the wall in Game 4 and again in Game 5.
Gold lead, minuscule. Mere hundreds of shillings between these two teams. But that one pick, magnitude shockwave across the game state, because this dragon now gets to go over to AL. Weibo really have no business contesting this, you would think, but that is Breathe TPing in. They're not playing for the dragon.
They gotta give.
They're looking like they're going to try and play for the fight after. I guess they're just looking to trade TPs as Flandra sends himself into the fray. But just a bit of a game of, just this classic game of chicken around this fight.
It's okay though from Weibo. Like if they keep on pushing him down, they're going to play with their tempo. So they could, you know, force him back and maybe delay those bases and then take something off the back of it as they're really looking for that bot outer. I will say, like, big picture game theory, I think Ocean Soul is a decent role, in particular for AL. Because, like, with the Rek'Sai and the LeBlanc, you can easily get out of the fight, reset your health bars, and there isn't, like, a ton of burst damage on Weibo. So I think it can actually kind of help AL. I know they already have Nami, but, you know, hopefully deal with. You can see Breathe. He doesn't have a turret. He's really respecting the angle that Vi LeBlanc could form on him. Shanks took a pretty big chunk, though. Light still has his ult available. He needs to get topped off. It has been started. Destiny pops.
He's going to Destiny right next to Tien, so they're looking to try to collapse on AL as the Otacon doing so much value, getting rid of those Rizzes. If Flandra goes forward, but they're going to snap engage onto Xiaohu. Good flash to get away from Shanks, though. Can he find the burst angle? He's going to distort back out as we watch the Otacon reset. Redemption comes down. Weibo like their health bars a bit more here, and they have control of the brush that AL can't step towards. Shanks going to try and scout out with a nice little distort. Sees that Weibo aren't going for the Otacon just yet. Neither team wants to start that dance again.
Xiao can port back. I really like Crisp. He threw himself in there to stop the tidal wave. He got the shield off to block the tidal wave. Look out for that interaction throughout the game, because that's the highest value spell that Chris can block.
It's so hard for AL to approach this fight now. They don't have that same sort of fire starter. There's no cease and desist. There's no tidal wave. There's no culling. They're trying to fight this out without key ultimate, so they're just going to jump on top of Crisp and get a ton of damage down. Breathe is holding on to that public execution as they're going to TP Xiaohu in. Still far enough away from Tarzan to find that snap engage, but Weibo not able to punish AL. Set up a line across this brush.
Flandra is getting a lot of info here. They should see all 5 circles. And Crisp is going to spot the Rek'Sai Breathe.
Exactly what you want to do. You want to let Shanks weave in and out. dipping, dodging around these
They're gonna give
combos to get poked down. Yeah, Breathe has the TP back here. We'll see if they end up giving it, but the snapping gauge from Tarzan comes across onto Xiaohu again. Public execution missed there for Breathe, so he can't get into this fight. Crisp is gonna go down first, and there's the Void Rush out of Flandra. Tarzan the next to fall. Flandra's trying to delay time, but there's just not enough there. AL are kicked out of the fight, and there's the big time kick coming across from Tien, but he drops the Shakes. Kael sectioned off by Weibo. They're gonna look to knock down the Nami. Trade 2 apiece. No, 3-2 for Weibo. They somehow find a way to make that fight work.
That numbers advantage is going to be enough for them to at least look at the dragon. Shanks is here. He might be able to take one down with him.
No.
Oh, he spotted.
Wall. First to store, get some info. But now they know that he's waiting over that wall and is not going to risk it. We are dead even on Drake's, but I don't think Weibo try and take this tier 1 turret. Yeah, he's going to double back here. I think he's safe enough that he can. That last auto should do it. All right, mid-tier 1 knockdown. Good little edge to AL.
Given Kael being on your team, that could be a better scenario here. So I'm expecting AL to really try and slow down the pace or connect with more poke, even more moving forward.
I think they just need to find a way to get Hope in a comfortable position to free hit. It's been the main difference in these last fights. The power that Ezreal brings, his safety, especially with this much ability haste down. He can really dip around and use the power of the bodyguard Crisp to do what he wants, but just on toe, Chris gets caught by a stray bubble, and that is a whoopsie that we've seen rear its ugly head towards the end of this series for the Weibo support once again.
I mean, just couldn't get the shield up in time. You didn't react flash either, so the bubble connects, and that bubble, deadly as Kael. It's a big win for his team. They've started the Otacon. There still is a sneaky ward drop by Weibo on the bot side. They will see AL pull this objective up towards the top side as now they get vision of everyone.
Destiny down. We've seen steals from Tarzan. Does Tien have one in him? That was good TP into the Drake pit. Sets up the public execution. Trying to put Breathe on a pedestal to do a ton of damage. He's going to get Shakes and get out. Breathe is safe, but Xiaohu should be able to cost his life. It's Light over the wall, though, trying to find the trade. Steps around a good bubble. What a kick from Tien to get Hope out of the fight as well. Light once again untouched. It's the Void Rush forwards for Flandra, but he's a tanky Rek'Sai. Does he have enough damage to really deal with this Ezreal? Because Light is gliding around him. The knockup lands from the Unburrow, and he does get the job done. And now Hope can start towards this Otacon.
Watch
that
Breathe.
Could decide the series. Shanks trying to weave his way in, look for poke angles, but he doesn't find it just yet. Xiaohu hanging on to that yellow card, daring anybody to get stunned up. Octagon about 3.3k. Flandra can get the first knockup. Tarzan goes into the backline. They're going all after Tien. Glacial Fisher gets a bunch of huge knockups, but Hope gets the first kill. Light gets out. True Shot Barrage back forward. Tries to dash forward after Hope. Another yellow card lands, but in comes Flandra. Kick lays it down, but it's Hope that's able to fire down the light beams onto AL. And Light has no way back in. Tien with a free fall, falls to Hope, who finds the triple kill. Finally, our marksmen leave a stamp on this series, and it's Hope to the rescue for anyone's legend.
Shanks and Hope, they have mobility into the gold cards and the stability of the TF. The way they weave throughout that fight around the gold cards was brilliant, as that was the difference maker for AL in that fight. Hope burned the Relentless Pursuit and the Flash to get out of that one, and then they waited out the second gold card in the back half of that fight to end it, and it was crazy that they all started the fight on the Breathe. I mean, they one-shot in Ambessa Slayer. That's a ballistic call from AL, but they were able to do it with the LeBlanc.
Very little vision around the Baron. TP from Flandra. AL don't want to let Weibo take this Baron down, but they've actually set up a death brush.
They're standing still.
Flandra's Rek'Sai passive.
That's big.
Should usually cut this down, but Kael gets picked first. The Nami goes down. Fight breaks out. GA's going to come across here for Tien on the front side of the fight as he flies in with the Ambessa and Breathe finds a huge shutdown to Flandra. Weibo are looking for the turn. They've got hopes, and the kick comes through for Tien. Just like that, Weibo obliterate the game state from AL as they look to crown themselves the series champion. Baron should be theirs, or just the game. It's 34 minutes. They're barreling down the mid lane.
That's a clean ace. Kael's gonna be up, but that's it. Is Weibo. They stand still, so the Rek'Sai passive can't connect. Hope wasted his cleanse, so the Winter's Bite passive and gold card could connect, and that might be it, Slayer.
Weibo have been scrutinized all year long for their low performances. We've asked, can they do it again? Can Xiaohu bring this team to the regional qualifiers? Well, they just started it by upsetting your split